years old, like Lewis just said, he's going to be diving into the box. Just over 200 miles an hour. Pull up and around through the vertical, dive down, airplane straight down, and start performing the signature Stars and Tomorrow entrance into the Airshow box. Pull that airplane down on the down line. Full back stick, full right rudder, snapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 snap rolls on the down line. Now Nick's showing off a little bit of his competition background with a little bit of a return. Stopping on the point, showing his precision off.
Nick told me he had around 1,000 hours total time, 600 of which of that is aerobatic time. And it certainly shows today the way he's flying that extra.
Now in the airshow industry, just like anything, it takes a minute training from the nose above you. Nick is definitely building on his experience of the past. This is the way handling sidewinders. A gyroscopic end over end tumble. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear you put your hands together for Mr. Nick Nilmeyer.
Outstanding, Eric. And let me just take a second and tell the folks that talking about mentoring, folks, the voice you're hearing describe Nick Nilmeyer is none other than the son of Sean D. Tucker. That is Eric Tucker.
Yeah. Now this next tumble coming up is one of Nick's signature maneuvers, one he developed and created himself. Do a little tumble, and then let you show. There's the tumble, kick and rudder, full forward stick. Now he's gonna hold that thing inverted and just milk it for everything it's got. That 300 horsepower Lycoming engine pulling him skyward into the Rhode Island sky. Now watch as he stops that airplane with the nose pointed straight up. He's going to shift into reverse. All the controls, they are all reversed. Sliding that airplane tail first. Woo!
That is wild, Eric. And Nick Nilmeyer is putting on a show for you, ladies and gentlemen, today. Again, these young men are getting a chance to break into the air show industry. Not because of how good they are, that certainly helps, but by the help of Sean D. Tucker and Mike Gillian. And what a magnificent experience it must have been, Eric. I was there and you were there at Oshkosh, Wisconsin, when these young gentlemen got to perform last year as the 2003 Stars of Tomorrow.
And ladies and gentlemen, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, that is like basically Mecca for all airshow performers. Some performers work their whole life just for the chance to fly Oshkosh. And these kids, at what, 20 years old and 22 years old, flew Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And I tell you what, all the other airshow performers who've been flying there for years, they're a little scared. They got competition.
They're watching. Has Nick Nilmeyer been an accomplished aerobatic pilot at all times, or how long have you known him?
Actually, first time I met him talking about Oshkosh was at Oshkosh. He was the Civil Air Patrol. Basically, if you don't know what the Civil Air Patrol, it's somewhat equivalent to what the Boy Scouts is and to aviation. And so basically, first time I met him, he was about 14 years old, just a simple-faced little kid, drooling over any airplane that could fly. And I tell you what, he was just in love with this stuff. Nick Nilmeyer, he left Oshkosh that year. 2 years later, he was flying an Eagle, which is basically what the airplane is that White Coleman was flying a little while ago. Real similar. After that, he got this extra, and he's been flying it ever since. But that is not his only hobby, Judge. He does have other hobbies. He's a rounded man. He enjoys flying, chasing women.
That's enough.
Snowboarding. And did I mention chasing women?
Oh, you said that already. Neither one of these two fine young men are married, as a matter of fact.
Well, one of the things that you were mentioning and had done several times, and of course they are the wave of the future. They're extremely young age, 21 and 23 years old. But in order to fly these maneuvers, as you heard Brian Norris say before, this is a very serious business that takes intense concentration and focus. And to have the ability and maturity to do that at these young ages is an outstanding tribute to the character of these fine young men.
Now let's go live to the cockpit with Nick Nilmeyer. Nick Nilmeyer, tell the audience, how you doing? We really loud everything he's got. How's it look up there? How's the view?
He's having fun, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you're supposed to do when you're 21. He's doing it safe. He's doing it right.
Behind us here. Oh, man. Sit around 1 o'clock. It might rain.
Now when he comes back, he's going to show his precision in rolling this airplane. This airplane is an extra 300. It's a German-built airplane with a 360-degree-per-second roll rate. Ratchet, roll to the right, roll to the left. Stopping on the point. Man, that boy is good. He is good, Eric. Thank you, Mr. Nick Nilmeyer. We all enjoyed it. Is that it? Ladies and gentlemen, can I hear you?
Quite a landing here, Eric. Got a lot of altitude to lose. Got to point that nose away from the runway. Got to hold that aileron down toward the runway and slip it on down. You can tell who trained that guy how to fly.
You can mistake him for Wayne Handley, couldn't you?
Absolutely. And also a very famous world champion from years ago, a gentleman who's gone west and no longer with us. Julio Loudenslager made his signature approach to landing in that big slip to a loop and another slip to a landing. Outstanding. The future of aerobatics is right in front of you, folks. These are the airshow performers that you're going to be seeing in the future. As you see them now, already masters of the